Good evening, this is Jeff Evans taking you through the AAT Advanced Synoptic Assessment. As you'll know if you've been following me on YouTube, we'll be doing the spreadsheet tasks, so we've got a good idea of what you do in the first coming assessment. So this is sample 1, practice assessment 1 as you can see, and it's task 2.2. It's the last one of the sample assessments that we've been going through. So let's see what we need to do. It says you're Sam Jones, a part qualified accounting technician, and you work for BLM & Co, a business which manufactures and sells sinks. It says BLM & Co is owned and run by Brian and Lakmani Moore in a partnership. You cover all aspects of bookkeeping and accounting for the business. And it says that BLM & Co has suffered a computer crash. You've been asked to complete the half-year sales spreadsheet for the 6 months ending 30th of December 2007. And it said, in addition to the assessment, the spreadsheet contains worksheets, so the invoices, price list and the screen print, and BLM1. So as you can see, I'll just show you, we've got invoices, the price lists. We have to do a screenshot later. We've also got the appropriation and partnership accounts, current accounts of Brian at Lakmani. So as always, I'm not going to go through this part of it because you'll know what you need to do when you do the assessment. First thing it says is open the worksheet called Invoices for 2007. And it says use a lookup function on the item number to complete the net sales column for each invoice using the information from the price list of the worksheet. Use absolute referencing to calculate the gross value of each invoice using the VAT provided in cell I2. Okay? So what it's asking us to do is basically to find the net sales figure for this item number. We're going to find the information in this table, and the price is going to be in this column 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll show you what we do. So for this net sales, we're going to go equals, and it will be 46 times, because there are 46 of them as you can see, and then times, and now we're going to use the VLOOKUP. So I'll go off the formulas and we're going to look up, and it's VLOOKUP. Okay, so it's saying lookup value. So what is it we're looking for? Well, we want that item number, so it's C7 that we're after, and then it says in the table array. So in which table will we find the information that we require? So I'll show you. So the table is the price list table. So I'm going to highlight all of the table, and then I'm going to go F4, which is the top of the keyboards, and you'll see it puts the dollar signs either side of the A and the D, so it fixes those cells when we come to drag it down later. So looking for C7 in the price list A4 to D12. The column number that we're after was column 4, which is where the prices were, and you see there it says 180, because what it does for the next part here where it says the logical function, we want to find one that's closest to C7, which is 35698, i.e. to this, or we want to find the exact match, and obviously we want the exact match because we want to find the item number. So we're going to type false, and then you'll see that it comes to £127, which is correct. So false means to find exactly the item number in C7. So we just click OK, and you'll see that gives us the net sales price. Okay, so I'm just going to double click on the cross on the corner to copy it down, and you'll notice similar problems I've had in the past. And I know when my students were doing this sample assessment a couple of weeks ago, they had the same problems on the computer at college, so maybe it's an issue to do with these spreadsheets when we download them from AAT. But I'll explain what you can do on that basis. So it's still highlighted, and to correct the formulas we're going to do Control, Alt and F9, watch. So that's Control, Alt and F9, and it corrects the formulas. Okay, you'll see the absolute formula stays the same, the A4 to D12, and then that corrects it. Okay, so Control, Alt and F9. So we've done that one. I've not done the bottom one at the moment, so we're going to do the gross sales figure and put that figure in I2. So the gross sales is equals, so we're going to do the net sales figure, which is H7, and then we're going to multiply it by the 20%, and again, so we can copy it down, we'll make that an absolute cell, so F4, and so that will just give us the VAT calculation on the net sales. So we're now going to add H7 again, so that gives us the gross amount. Yep. So as you can see, so £7,010.40. So same, click on the right hand corner, double click, and you see it copies it down. But again, unfortunately, same issue. So Control, Alt, and F9, and then you can see it corrects the formulas for us. So let's just click that one. And now it says in the worksheet called Invoices, it says Apply Remove Duplicates function to the whole of the complete invoices table. Let's just make sure we can see everything we're doing. So it says, but before you click the OK button in the initial Remove Duplicates dialog box, use Print Screen or Snipping tool to capture the evidence of your work and paste the image into the worksheet called Screen Print. So let me show you what it means. So if we go on to Invoices, and we're going to highlight over all of the table. Okay, and you go on to Data, and you go on to Remove Duplicates. So you'll see here, you got where it says Remove Duplicates, and it gives us this table here, and this is what it wants us to do, the print screen, so we can show the assessor that we know what we're doing when it comes to sorting out the duplicates. So I'm just going to do print screen before I click OK. So print screen, click OK, and you'll see it says it's found 2 duplicates and it's removed them. So click OK, and it wants us to put in J2 the amount of duplicates we've found, and then go to screen print, and then paste, and then you see I've got the screenshot that shows how to do the remove duplicates function. Okay, so we've done that one. It does say, as you'll notice in the text, that if there were any duplicates, enter the number found in cell J2. I've done the spreadsheet task before where we've applied the same concept and there hasn't been any duplicates, but in this time there was 2, so that's the reason why we've put 2 in J2, and then if there was none we'd obviously put 0. Okay, so we've done that. It now says that Brian Lakmani would like to know what the average value of the invoices was for the year. So in J3, use a formula to calculate the average gross sales invoice. Okay, so let's do that one. So onto the invoices, and it wants the average gross sales invoice. So equals average. You'll notice it comes up, so I'm going to double click on average, so the average of what? So highlight over all of the gross sales, close brackets, was the average gross sale. So we've done that. The next thing we're going to do is, it says format the numerical data in the net and gross sales columns, invoice columns, to the accounting style to 2 decimal places. So we're going to highlight the net and gross sales. Then I'm going to right click and go format cells, and it wants us to do it to the accounting format and no decimal places. Click OK, and then you'll see it puts the accounting format. As you notice, the pound sign to the left of each of the cells. So we've done that. Next one says, from the invoices worksheet, produce a pivot table in the new worksheet showing the number of diamond sinks sold in each of the 6 months from July to December. Okay, then it says ensure the pivot table is sorted in chronological month order, and then we'll format the series as it tells us to. Let's do it first. So if we highlight over all of the data, then I'm going to insert, I'm going to do pivot table, I'm going to go into the pivot chart on mine. On some versions of Excel, you'll have pivot chart and table somewhere around about here. So for mine, if I just do pivot chart, it'll let me do both anyway. So it says a pivot table is there in the new worksheet. Okay, so the information it required is it wanted the type. So that's the type of sink or product, whatever the case may be. It also wanted the quantity sold, and it also wanted to know when they were sold. Okay, and it also asked that it was just going to be the diamond sinks, diamond, so to say, just diamond. So if I highlight over those and just click on diamond and click OK, then you can see that you've got the type. In fact, I'm going to move this around because the type should be, that's the report field. So the type is the report field. You'll see that on the x-axis is when, so July through to December, and then the values, or the values it wants, is the sum of the quantity sold. Okay, so the report is the type because we're doing it through, as you say, whichever version it was, the diamond, emerald, jade, or whatever, and say when is on the x-axis and the values on the y-axis. Let's have a look. It also said it wanted it in month order numerically, so you can either do it through this tab on here, so you could either do it through there. See, I'll do it Z to A, and you'll see how it moves it around. It wanted us to do it in monthly order, so I'll go A to Z. Okay, or I could have done it the same on there. Okay, so whichever is the best. Make it a little bit bigger. See what it said. So we've created the pivot tables. So ensure the pivot tables in chronological month order. Then it says format the chart series, highest sales for the period in black and the lowest in red. Okay, so I'll show you what we do. So you go to the highest here, so when you click on, just left click, you see it highlights them all, and then click again, and that brings us just the highest one. So I'm going to change that one to red, as it asked. So we'll do red fill. Or was it black? Sorry, it was black, that wasn't it? So that it was black for the highest one, and the lowest one was red. So same process. So right click, change it to red, which is what we've done. And then it says, so we've done that format series it said. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, so the highest cells in black and the lowest in red, that's correct. And then it said, add the chart title, Diamond Sync Sales. So I'm just going to copy that from there and put it in the title. Diamond Sync Sales. And we're going to name the worksheet Diamond Sync Sold. So right click, rename, Diamond Syncs Sold. So we've done that one. It says that now you're preparing the final accounts for BLM & Co. for year ending 31st of December 2000X7. It said the statements of profit and loss for BLM & Co. shows a profit for the year ending 31st of December of £250,000. So the profit for the year is 250,000. And then it says Lukmana is entitled to receive a salary of 25,000, and we'll go through each of these as we're going along. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go to BLM, and it says the profit to be distributed, or the profit for the year, was 250,000. So do the appropriation account and also the current account. I'll work on both as we're inputting the information that we need. So we've basically put the profit figure in. Excuse me. It says that Lukman is entitled to a salary of £25,000. So we'll put that one in. So Lukmani has got a salary of 25,000. So I'll do that in the appropriation account, but I'll also, while I'm at it, put it in his current account. So 25,000 in Lukmani's current account. It then says over the year that Brian has earned commission of 8,586 and Lukmani's earned commission of 8,500. So again, we'll put those in the appropriation account and current accounts. So the commission for Brian is 8,586, 8,586, and for Lukmani it is 8,500. 8,500. So we've put those in the appropriation account, and now we'll put them in current accounts. So commission for Brian equals 8,586, and for Lukmani 8,500. So we've done that one. And it says that Brian has taken drawings of 91,200 over the year, and Lukmani has taken 84,400. So that goes from their current account. So we'll do that whilst we're at it. So BLM & Co. So drawings. So Brian took out drawings of 91,200 and Lukmani took drawings of 84,400. So we put the drawings in. let's have a look. Boom, boom, boom. It says interest on drawings has been calculated at £300 for Brian and £180 for Lukmani. So interest on drawings, as you know. So interest on drawings is what they're being charged for taking the drawings or taking the money out. So the interest they're being charged is £300 for Brian, and for Lukmani it's £180. Okay, so again we'll put interest on drawings. So for Brian, that's what it's being charged for taking out the drawings, and then 180 for Lukmani. I'll do the totals in a minute, because it does say make sure we do the totals. Let's have a look. So we've done 91, we've done that, and we've done the interest. And the residual profit is to be shared between Brian and Lukmani in a ratio of 3 to 2. So let's complete it, what we've got so far. So we'll do the totals. So we're going to do the totals across. So auto sum, enter. It's done that again, hasn't it? So it doesn't like it, let's do it then. Control Alt F9. That's correct. Okay. So let's have a look, because I'm going to split the profits in a minute. So for the residual profit we've got, so do the calculation. So we've got the profit, which is 250,000 minus the salary that Lukmani's taken out. We're going to add back the interest that they've been charged on the drawings, and then we're going to take off the commission, which gives us 208,394. So that is the residual profit that's left, so residual profit available for appropriation. So again, as you said, so we got the profit for the year, take off the salary of Lukmani, and then add back the drawings, because they've been charged interest on drawings, and then take off the commission, which gives us 208,394 that we're going to apportion in the way that it tells us in the question. So let's just highlight that. It said the residual profits after adjustments are to be shared between Brian and Lukmani on a ratio of 3 to 2. So ratio of 3 to 2. So the profit share for Brian is equals, so this is 3 to 2. So D10 times 5 divided by 3. I've done it the wrong way around. Don't open me, let's do it again. So equals 208,000 divided by 5, times 3, which gives us 125,000. And then for Lukmani, he's got 2/5. Check that again. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3 to 2 ratio. So 3/5 goes to Brian, and then 2/5 to Lukmani. So equals 208,394 divided by 5 times 2, which is 83,358. Okay, let's see where we're up to on the tasks. So we've done the residual profit. And it says complete the partnership appropriation statement of the current accounts. worksheets to share the profit for the year ending 31st of December between the two partners in accordance with the partnership agreement. Let's finish it off. So therefore we've got the total amounts, which are, so I'm going to add those together. To do the auto sum, stop messing about with it. So auto sum. Oh, see what I've done? Sorry, let's do it again. It's me being dopey. I did say before. So let's do the profit share. So equals, so the profit share, which was the 125,3640, and then add the commission. But then what I didn't do is take off the interest on drawings, which is better. And then for this one, we'll do the same again. So equals, so the profit share plus the 8,500 minus the interest that's being charged on drawings, and then plus the 25,000, which equals 116,678, and that should equal the 250 when we add it across. Let's check. Auto sum. Enter, and we can see that that profit of 250 has been apportioned accordingly. Okay, so we'll finish off the current accounts of Brian and Lakmani now. So we know that the profit share is, I figure, the 125,000. So if we go on to profit share, so equals, so B11, and for Lakmani 83, that's correct. And then we need to balance them up to work out what the balance carried down figures will be from their current accounts. So, as we always tend to say, look at the side with the greatest amount, which is, in this example, on this side. So we'll auto sum. So add our current account figure, so 120,058. Auto sum. 134,822. Okay, so what I always tend to say to the students when we're balancing up is look at the side with the greatest amount, which is this side, as we can see, and then we're going to just carry these over. I usually say without thinking, so equals 134,822 and equals 120,058. So therefore our balance carried down, which will carry down to the start of the next period, so equals, so B27 minus the 300 minus 91,200 gives us a balance carried down of 43,322, and the same for this one. I'll do it so it doesn't mess about with the formulas. So 120,058 minus 180 minus 84,400 means that we've got a balance carried down of 34,378. So these are the balancing figures. So basically, as I've no doubt you're aware by now, that basically means that for at the start of the next period, from 1st of January 2008, Brian So Lukmani's got 35, so the balance brought down will be 35,478 for Lukmani and 43,322 for Brian. Let's just check, see if we've finished everything. Yep. Okay. Hopefully you've found that useful. And there we go. So that's it so far as the sample assessments are concerned. And the very best of luck.